Laura, your thoughts on the game?
I thought we robbed Sky Blue. I think the positive for us is we didn't lose the game, which is a big positive. Last year we'd have lost that game for sure. And we said before the game, we have to have grit and determination and a mentality of proving the critics wrong, because everyone's written us off. And I think tonight we showed that we have that. I think our quality can be better, but I think if we have grit and determination and we have a little bit of luck and we have a couple of outstanding performances, we always have an opportunity to score goals. And that's what we have in this team with the likes of Naho and Pino and Jess in there, is we have people who can score goals pretty much out of nothing, right? But overall, it's not a performance we're super proud of, but it's a result that I don't think we deserved in our performance, but we're really happy to get it because, like I say, I think it shows a lot of character from the group.
Do you think that quality is something that can come back, not necessarily like within the next game, but after
I think
training?
I watched every game today, and I think the thing that every team would say is that the quality of the games wasn't great, right? Why? We have a really short pre-season. In anywhere else in the world, you have pre-season for 3 months. We have it for 5 weeks. And out of those 5 weeks, international players are here for 2. So this to me is we're still in pre-season a little bit, because it's hard to not be. Rumi's trained once. Jess has trained 7 times, I think. So it's hard to balance that, but everyone's in the same position, and I think that shows in every game today is that quality is the thing that was probably lacking across the board, and that was probably our thing today, is we just need to have a little bit better quality all around.
That said, one of the positives that Haley and Jess touched on was the defending, and just made it a highlight of McNabb's debut. Your thoughts on?
Yeah, I think ironic. Our 2 4th-round draft picks were probably our best players today. Hayley Kottmeyer and Krista McNabb, I think, across the board. Hayley made some unbelievable saves that kept us in the game. Obviously, she's got more experience than Kristen, and I think, I haven't checked Twitter, but I'm sure I got destroyed for starting a 4th-round draft pick at centre-back. But she's been excellent in pre-season. Nothing phases her. And I think you saw that tonight. She's up against players who are much quicker than her, but she's a very, very good footballer. And someone that we're really happy we were able to get in the 4th round of a draft, where there was a lot of defenders taken prior to her, but she's been excellent, and I thought her performance was a standout tonight for sure.
Goals conceded from open play, but what about the back line? Do you see is need immediate improvement moving forward?
I don't think it's a back line thing. We've always been a team that if we don't defend well from the front, we expose ourselves at the back line, and in fairness to the back line, they're under a lot of pressure for a lot of period of the game, but I think that was to do with the fact we didn't defend well enough higher up the field, so that's something we need to work on. We've always been a team that likes to press. I think now we've got to work out when and where we do that and how we do that a little bit. We took a little bit of a different stance in the second half, and I thought that's where we got a bit of momentum going. But yeah, I think the biggest positive for me is individually Hayley and Krista McNabb. I thought Jess did well defensively, but I sort of expect that from her, which is maybe a bit harsh. But I thought as a collective group, the biggest positive is that we didn't lose the game. And it's hard to do that in that type of environment where you've been put under so much pressure and you're constantly on the back foot. To see games out, we wouldn't have done that a year ago. No, there's no chance.
Building on that thoughts from a year ago, it seemed like you also, in those last minutes in the stoppage time, were getting chances still forward.
Yep.
Any thoughts on your team's fitness?
We're fit. Credit to the players, credit to the sports science staff. It's the fittest we've ever been, and we had to be. I think if we hadn't have been fit, those last-ditch tackles, putting them under pressure in the last couple of minutes doesn't happen. But we've always been a team that we can get a little bit of momentum late in games, and we have to keep that going. And I said to the girls before the game and at half time, just stay in the game. stay in the game because you'll always get a chance. And, you know, I think that Merritt one towards the end, where I think it deflected a little bit off Bev, you know, comes from something. And we will always create opportunities to score goals because we have some very, very good footballers in this team. We just have to sort out a few things as a collective group, which we will do. And I've sort of said to the staff, and I haven't said this to the players yet, is I see April as results. You just have to get results in April because you can't expect to be perfect. And in this league, why would you want to be? Because it doesn't matter. You've got to be perfect in October or September. That's when you've got to be perfect. You've got to get results now, and then you've got to be perfect then. So all we're interested in right now is making sure we don't lose games. And tonight we didn't do that, and that's the biggest positive of the day.
Right before the half, Megan took a pretty serious knock. Were there any thoughts with her previous injury problems of making a change at that point? But she looked more angry than her.
Yeah, Pino was fine. Pino's worked super hard over the last, whatever it's been, 15 months now, which if you think someone has come back from an ACL, we're in the 15th month of that, and where she's at compared to where a lot of other players are in their ACL journey. I mean, scary really. She's such a phenomenal athlete, and I'm just really pleased to have her back on the field. She cares so much about this club and wants this club to do well, and I think she showed that tonight. And she's super talented, and you know, hopefully, touch wood, she stays fit and healthy for as long as possible because we're going to need her.